What is up, guys? This is Yugioh here, and I'm going to show you all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I have at least collected within the last few couple of years. I've had Yu-Gi-Oh, how I started with Yu-Gi-Oh, and where I ended up with them. Okay, so if you have seen my last video, I just did only spells. Well, I initially traded a few of my spell cards, so I'll try to at least go to a couple of pages with you. So here we go. Like, I started collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards probably when I started watching the original Yu-Gi-Oh series with Yugi and Joey, Taya, and Kristen, and all those characters. And then after watching that TV show, I got like hooked up with it, and I didn't want to watch anything else. Well, with that and Pokemon, which I hooked up on also. But yeah, it was mostly Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, which I liked the most when I was little. Now, how I got these is that the first Yu-Gi-Oh card I ever found was a Trap Hole, which I still have, which I'll probably put in the next video. So yeah, I got hooked up with that while living still in California, and apparently I found that card on the street, like on the side of the curb. And then from there, I'm like, oh look, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I told my mom, cause I think we were coming down from like Walmart or whatever, like supermarket. Can't remember where, or probably gas station. Anyway, and then that was the first card I ever got, was a Trap Hole. And then from that, every time I went to like Walmart or Target or wherever they sold the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'm like, Mom, look, there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards right here. Can I buy them? And then she's like, sure. And then she gives me, like, I put the pack into the conveyor belt or whatever it's called. And then from there, once we got home or while in the car, I like looked through all the cards that it had, and then there was this one time I remember I got Slifer. If you remember the Egyptian god card Slifer, I got it in I don't know what pack, and this is when I was like around 8 or 9. So I'm like, sweet, this is a strong card. And then my mom's like, oh, if I find it on the floor, I'll throw it away in the trash. And then like I remembered that moment just like about maybe 2-3 days ago. And then surely enough, I never found that Slifer. Now for my mom, I'm not sure if she actually did throw it away or what happened to it, but never found that card. Now my cousin, he was also into Yu-Gi-Oh and a little bit into Pokemon, but mostly WWE like me. And then he had the Obelisk of Tormentor, the other Egyptian god card, and then this was before I moved from California. Like, I think it was like the day before I moved. And I visited his house just to let him know that I'm leaving and stuff, so we could keep in touch. And then that day he's like, oh, and because I was looking through all his Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then I saw Obelisk. I'm like, oh, you have Obelisk. And then I'm like, can I have it? And then he's like, oh, I'm giving it to one of my friends for $40, unless you could find a better price for it. I'm like, nope, I'm not paying you $40 just for one Yu-Gi-Oh card. And plus, I'm your cousin. Plus, who's the one you're selling it to? Probably doesn't even know how to play it. So I haven't seen him since. Never talked to him. called him when I got to the state that I'm living in currently, and he never called me back. So don't know what happened to him. Now some of them like these are missing, or might be just because I have them into my deck right now, or it could be possibly that I traded them. Either one of those two could work. So I have no idea. I have to probably rearrange my whole thing again, which will take me another 2 more weeks. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if it does, it probably will. So yeah, I get like I was saying with hooked up on Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah, I started collecting it like around 8 or 9 when I finally found more Yu-Gi-Oh cards after I lost a few of them, like about that much Yu-Gi-Oh cards I lost. And I'm like, oh, they what were they called? And then I used to, for some reason, I have no idea, but I didn't know that they used to make fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards until I had like about maybe 10 or 15 fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I'm like, ooh, so they were fake, and I'm like, didn't know what to do with them. So I put them away into one of those drawers, or whatever it's called, so, and from there, I continue getting the real Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I stopped collecting the fake, because I didn't know they were fake until one of my friends were like, oh, you know, this card, this is not the right name, this type of card. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know, not, thanks for telling me that it's fake, so, yeah. So I'm trying to see how many, like, cards I could get through here with, like, maybe 2 parts. Just putting the thing in 2 parts. The most I'll probably do is 3. But the second binder, because this is the one that has the most Yu-Gi-Oh cards, is probably going to be like shortened. So I probably should have started with the first and then gone straight to the second. This big binder. So, cause see, that's barely any Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, if I close it, it's about half, at least less than halfway. So probably should have started with that one instead. So. And then, like, my first ritual card I ever got was, I think it was either hamburger burger or crab turtle. I can't remember which one, but it had to be between one of those two. My first ritual card. Now, my first synchro was Gaia, the Force of Earth, or whatever it's called. But yeah, that was my first synchro. And then my first XYZ was Gemini Pearl, which I didn't mind, and I didn't know that much about synchros or rituals or XYZs and all these other cards, so yeah. And then the first, like, Yu-Gi-Oh deck that I have, like, with all the cards included, is Joey's starter deck, where he had his red eyes and stuff. So his basic starter deck. And I still have all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm pretty sure I still do. So, yeah. I'm trying to do is hopefully is to get like all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, including if they have like different designs, like to have all of them. Like let's see, I'll show you one for example if I can find one within the next few pages. I'm not really into that much of Ghost Rare, but if I do get one, I do. But it has to be like either one, a card that I don't have, or two, a card that I already have, but the Ghost Rare is even better than a regular card. So, like Sparkman, here's for example, I have this Sparkman and then this other Sparkman. So if they have a different card design, I'll take them. Now, some of these cards have been with me longer than others. Like Joey's starter deck has been with me for, I don't have to say like 6 years, so. But yeah. Oh my, I just noticed we're on the level 4s. Now, if you actually pay attention to my duels online, this card does not actually it does not actually exist in the thing. It actually appears as a different name, which I can't even remember, but it appears as a different name for some odd reason. It has the same, like the description is the same, it just has a different name and has the same card design, so which is so weird. So either one, that is a fake, or two, something happened right there. You know what, I think we might finish this out in the second part, because one, I'm not even done with the level 4s, and the level 4s are the ones that are the most, like the most level stars that I have. Now, I don't think like level 4, I have more than, well, I do have more than all the other cards, but I'm not sure if I have more than all the other cards combined. So, who knows, I might not, I don't know. But, yeah. I'm not sure if you got a good picture of the last one, so if you did, you did. If you didn't, you didn't. And we're on the last minute of this video, so hopefully you can see all of them. And I just have a few pages, like a page or two, maybe 3 at the most. So for sure I'm going to finish this, unless I take my time talking about one specific Yu-Gi-Oh card. Because as you can see, I have like 2, maybe 3 pages left. So, but yeah, this thing took me 2 weeks to do, ABC order by level. So yeah, originally it was by type, like Aqua and all that stuff, but then it was by level. Alright, that's all just deck 1, or binder 1.